Very good afternoon, dear students from 10th A and 10B. Today we are going to continue with the where we left off from yesterday. Today we are going to continue with employment. Now, yesterday in the video, I asked you a question about even though the secondary and the tertiary sector are producing three-fourths of the output, they are employing only half the labor force, and the rest half the labor force is employed in the primary sector. And I had put the questions and I told you the answers also. Continuing on that note, I will tell you about the kind of unemployment being generated. Now, this is nothing new to you. You have already studied about this in class 9th. The first unemployment kind that we're going to study today is about the underemployment. Underemployment. Now, what happens here in this case is a person who is utilized to not his potential, or there are people who are more than needed, can be put as underemployed. And when you see people working below their potential, and the employment is being hidden also, this also called as hidden employment. You can take from underemployment, hidden employment, and disguised unemployment, right? Under unemployment, hidden unemployment, and disguised unemployment are those three connected unemployment scenarios where even if you have a potential, you're not working to your potential one, and there are much more people than needed to. Now, this does not only exist in the rural areas, this also exists in the urban areas where educated unemployment, right? If you are not able to get the job according to your potential and you are working below your potential, that also creates kind of disguised or hidden unemployment in the urban areas. People will be looking for some odd jobs, like they are ready to carry the loads or they're ready to do any odd job in the sake of earning money. But whatever they're qualified, they're not getting a job to do it. So in the urban areas also this exists, and the rural areas also this exists. Hidden and yes, hidden, disguised, underemployment are all same. There is another part of the unemployment that's about the seasonal unemployment. You already know about that one. Seasonal unemployment obviously is created when farmers work in some parts of the year, like 3 months, like this month, June, July, August, September. They will be busy working, and the rest of the months they are not working because there will be no rainfall. Because you know that Indian agriculture is dependent on monsoon. A lot of farmers will be with full of work now, and after September or October, after the harvest, they won't be having any work. Now, this is about the unemployment scenario in this book, in this chapter, the under, disguised, hidden, and those three in the urban areas as well. So, how to create employment to these people? Now, I'm going to tell you concrete answers in the book. They have used the stories and they have told you the how to create employment opportunities. But I will tell you the concrete answers for that one. You can use these answers to write in the exams. No need of giving those examples like that. In the book, they have taken example of Lakshmi or some other example, and they have given through her example how can you create employment. Let's begin with the first one. If you are a farmer, how can you create employment? First, providing them seeds, HIV seeds or any other seeds, providing them seeds, fertilizers, pesticides, tools, irrigation facilities, transport facilities, market facilities, and storage facilities. Right? These many are required to be provided to the farmer by the government or by anybody to actually generate more people, right, in doing agriculture. If you are not supporting with this one, obviously people will be not interested in cultivating. Now, ये तो हो गया एक बात. दूसरा, the small credit owners or small banks, rural banks, or the banks or under the RBI should give the credit or slash loan to the farmers to buy the seeds, to buy the modern tools or the irrigation facilities or the fertilizers. A lot of these things should be subsidized by the government. The government itself should give it by subsidizing it. But if it is not subsidizing it, it is better to give loan to those people at a less rate of interest. Cheaper loans would help them to procure the seeds and procure the tools that they require and they can go to cultivate. Now, these two. The third one is about the market. I already told you the market. Even if you have lot of harvesting coming out, but you do not get a proper price, the government should intervene in it. And obviously, the government does it with providing the minimum support price. The MSP is provided to the government, as well as the market should be controlled. Should not be a middleman's market where the middlemen are making a lot of money and the farmer isn't making. You have heard about the markets called APMC, right? APMC is a state-owned market where everything works out based on some rules. The fourth one would be about the storage facilities. Cold storage, we should provide them with the cold storage so that they can keep their crops, because a lot of the farmers live in the remote areas and they need to come back to the market, which will be in the cities. And one is the storage facility. The second is transportation. The government should provide them with transport facilities so that they can transport. A lot of people do not get these chances, and they end up selling those crops harvest to the middleman who make money out of it. The middleman can take a transport to the field of the farmer. He takes from them at cheap prices and he sells to the customers at high prices. Let me give you an example of, let us say, coconut. Coconut, when you do not have a transport facility available, you obviously cannot come to the market and sell. So the middlemen come to your house. They might give you like 10 rupees or 8 rupees per a single coconut. When it is available to you in the market, it will be like 35 rupees to 40 rupees per coconut, right? So much of money is being made by the middleman, not the farmer. So you should think about that one, the APMC. Right. Now, let's go to the next one again. I told you about other things can be provided, like insurance, crop insurance can be provided. There can be support from the agricultural department. Purely, I'm speaking about generating employment in the primary sector. Now, let's go to the secondary and the tertiary sector. The secondary sector, obviously, if you have more industries and skilled labor can be employed in that one. So, skill developing should be a concern for the government. The third one, the tertiary sector can have employment if, let us say, schools are built. Schools are built to provide education. Obviously, schools will require a lot of teachers. Hospitals are built. Hospitals will require a lot of doctors and nurses. The amount of the police that we have is also very less. The amount of teachers per student is also very less. The amount of doctors for the patients is also very less. So improving those basic facilities or providing these basic necessities to the people, the government in turn can create more employment by building schools, hospitals, and basic necessities. Providing basic necessities should be enough to create employment opportunities in the tertiary sector. Now, this is not the only thing. Let's go to the traditional crafts. We are not doing anything about the traditional crafts. The traditional crafts can also be helped, developed. Now, you might have heard about the Channapatna toys from Channapatna. They are all traditionally made from families they are inheriting the skills of making the Channapatna toys. If obviously it's a UNESCO World Heritage one, but still, if you have the support of the government, you can actually get those to the next generation, and it will get a chance for growth. Otherwise, it is going to be lost. Like Kanpur, leather business is there in Kanpur. You might have known about that one. Next is about the heritage tourism. Heritage tourism can also be promoted to create employment. There are so many places in India which are visited by the foreigners. When they come, if everything is proper, the infrastructure is good, they will be very happy and they will return back to their country. Maybe more people will come. If the heritage tourism is not taken care of, or it is not in a good condition, people will be not be happy to come. Right, that can be promoted. Small scale industries, cottage industries can be developed. Right, Samudita says Mysore silk. True. The last very important one is, that's what we are going to discuss today and end the class here, is the MGNREGA, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. The MGNREGA